So hello. So welcome to Connect with Ali show. And usually we invite guests from different country, different background, and different religion. So this time we are having a series about the month of Ramadan. So in this episode we have Amal Kilani to tell us a little bit about her country, how they celebrate Ramadan in Tunisia, and other questions that you will find out with us. So please help me welcome Amal Kilani, and thank you for being here with us, Amal.
My pleasure, Ali. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. So Amal, tell us a little bit about Amal. Who is Amal in a few sentences?
My name is Amal Kilani. I'm originally from Tunisia. I came here as a student at University in Moncton. I graduated in 2018. It's been, 3 years now?
Oh, okay.
4 years.
4 years now, yes.
And I studied a master's in engineering at University of Moncton, and I'm currently working with the Department of Education at the provincial government.
Okay, nice. Is that with the Anglophone school district or?
We work at the level of the government, so both. It's bilingual.
Okay.
I work with. I'm a programmer. I program online courses.
Okay.
With the government with both. Languages,
English and French.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
4 years, 2018, and that's like, look at Amal, and
seems a lot.
It's amazing. And just to move to the next question before we go to ask you, I know you are from Tunisia. Before we dive, so you can really take us in that journey to tell us a little bit about Tunisia. Let's go and ask you. What are some challenges that Amal find as an immigrant when you landed in this different culture, different country? That's a little bit some of the challenges and how you adapt to the changes in this new environment.
I think everybody has different stories. My story as an international student, and I think international students can relate to that too, is that I have to financially support myself as an international student. Fees were not as tolerable or
not close to the parent anymore, so now
exactly, I have to be an adult, provide for myself in a way. So at first in a university environment, it was how to succeed courses, how to financially support myself to pay for university fees. But outside university environment was, how am I gonna fit to this country? Is this country will be my home eventually or not? Am I gonna be a good fit for this society or not? So I had two sides of struggles. Am I gonna have an A in this subject? And outside of the university, am I gonna be, fit in this society? How did we survive this? Me and my friend probably would relate to that, is that we got out, we volunteered. I was involved with CAFE, teaching English for newcomers. I was involved with Magma, here and there activity, wherever I have time. I was able to offer kids from 9 years old to 15 years old programming tools.
The newcomer.
With Canadian and newcomers too, at the Library of Dieppe. We offered, I think it was 3 months of volunteering to teach kids how to program electronic cards, create applications, all of that. So that push to volunteer helped me to get out of my box and bubble, and help me know a lot of people, meet a lot of people, enrich my network and meet a lot of people that became eventually my family and friends. I have friends from all over the world that helped me feel like Moncton is home. So
Amazing.
Step one was to get out and volunteer and meet as much people as possible, practice your French, practice your English. That helped me a lot, and I'm glad I wasn't too shy to try that out.
Amazing, because you're smart. You just keep yourself busy and you focus on knowing more people and also helping, because when you are volunteering, you really feel like you are doing something for others, and that's like exchange of knowledge, and it helps you to make this place home, and
Absolutely.
That's amazing. And tell us about about winter. How did you find it? Like I know, like it doesn't snow a lot in back home.
No,
or
at
did it snow
all.
at all?
You mean at all? Yeah.
Okay.
I come from the south of Tunisia, which is pretty much warm. Never snows whatsoever. My first snowstorm was, oh, this is romantic. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Not so much with a second and a
First
third.
week, second week, and so oh, this.
You know, you wear layers of clothes just to survive. At first, when you arrive as an international student, I don't have the car. I just use the public transport or walk. So walking was such a struggle. I would wear like layers to survive. But then with the public transport, public transport, you actually get used to the temperature day by day and winter by winter. Yeah.
And like winter was like challenge for a lot of immigrant, and the food, that was another thing challenging too. Like it wasn't the same thing what you expected. Like, what is the Tunisian food? What is something like that?
I arrived in 2014. So there was one store that offered international grocery, which was a challenge to even find the basic ingredients like couscous, like sauces, anything that will make me feel like home. So when
spices, all that stuff. Yeah.
When I want to feel like home and I miss food, or we didn't have it back then, 2014, 2015, and then luckily Moncton started getting richer and richer. So everything is available. Even sometimes I would video call my mom and show her what you guys don't have at home. So that's something I noticed from days ago to today.
Amazing. So Amal, what's something that's funny that happened to you as an immigrant? Something that you didn't expect, or something that's like the difference of culture, or do you recall anything that's?
I think it's embarrassing. So you know, back home, like you go for restaurant and it's different, the menu is different, and the lady at the restaurant was asking me, how do you like your egg? And I'm like, how am I supposed to like my egg? And I'm like, please cook it.
Just cook it.
What do you want it? Like running, or sunny side up? I'm like, how do you like your egg? I'm like, cooked. So I share that with a lot of people, and it's embarrassing, but that was like it's a different cuisine, like. So
if everybody have like a different story. I can share what happened to me. Like when I came here, like almost like around Halloween, and there was a student at Comfy College, and Halloween they do like a lot of stuff that scare you. And they was like on break, I was like outside, and in the trunk of a car there was like a leg hanging down.
Oh my God, yes.
And they were like telling my friend, we have to call the cop. There is somebody killed someone and hide them in the car. He said, that's just Halloween. I said, no. And they touch it. He was just like.
I actually saw a hand. It was so realistic that I freaked out.
Oh yeah, they make it so real.
It looked so real. So there you go. It's Halloween day.
It's funny, like everyone have like a different story to share, and it's normal because it's like something different to our culture, something different to where we used to. But you adapt and you get used to it, and with time you become this is just like how you cook your egg now, easy or well cooked, or just like steak, like you want it like a medium or hard or. So that just like will bring us now to the next question. Amal, tell us a little about after we know the difference between like all the challenges and stuff. Tell us a little bit about Tunisia.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah, that's a beautiful country for sure, and we just want to know more about it.
Tunisia is a northern most country in Africa. We have neighbors to the west, Algeria, and Libya to the southeast. We also have long beaches coming from the Mediterranean. The population of Tunisia is not much, in my opinion. last time I checked, it was 12 million.
12 million, wow.
Well, for a tiny place, I think it's a bit. It's a mixture of different heritage, different backgrounds, Arabic, French influence, Berber architecture you find. So through that history that Tunisia went through, you can actually see it in the country, in different cities and different parts of the country. It's famous for couscous, as in Morocco too. We can have a challenge between what couscous is better. But it's famous for its cuisine, it's famous for its olive oil, sometimes with competitions. Sometimes Tunisia gets first or second for the quality of olive oil. It's famous for its beaches, as I said. It used to be a good touristic spot. I'm not sure how it is with COVID. But Tunisia is a mixture of Arabic background, Berber, Romanian history.
It's amazing. I think that's what makes Tunisia really like a rich country in terms of cuisine, because really the cuisine of the Mediterranean is actually very rich, and Tunisia is known also for harissa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's like we should go give Joe something one day, like harissa. It's very spicy, yeah.
Yes. Well, he can try it a little bit, like tiny bit. It will be a bit spicy at first, but I think he would like it.
Yeah. What is the famous dish, Amal? Like the famous dish in Tunisia? That's.
I would say it's couscous with different sauce than than Moroccan sauce. There's also a fish sauce couscous. It's very famous, especially in different regions on the south of Tunisia. All types of sauce you can add to couscous. So main dish that's Tunisia is very famous with is couscous.
Couscous, yes. Okay. Couscous is something that's really good, like for all the North African, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and I think Libya and Mauritania as well. So they all have that famous dish. And anything else you want to add about like really like I know Tunisia, especially for tourism, it used to be like really like Mecca for tourism, like in North Africa, like especially Hammamat and
absolutely.
And I think with the COVID now it's slowed down, but still it have that charm. That's a nice location.
We can talk about before COVID. So it was a destination for a lot of European or other nationalities to spend their vacation. Start in May. The weather gets perfect. Start in May. I would say temperature of 20 degrees. It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
That's in around winter time, eh?
Yeah, May is like springtime. Start in May, it gets busy with tourists just to enjoy their vacation, get to know a new cuisine, maybe go for a horse ride, enjoy the mountains at the same time with the different areas, go to the Sahara in winter too. So for a tiny geographical place, it's diverse. Mountain, you can find snow in the north, you can find desert in the south, the beaches.
Amazing.
For summertime,
so you can experience all the four seasons in the same day if you want.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Just like what shared with Khalid the other day, he said the same thing about Morocco. It's like almost like you go to the desert, to the beach, and to the snow at the same day, which is really amazing. And I know in Canada, hockey is famous here in Canada, and soccer, of course, is a big national game in Tunisia. Absolutely. And congratulations for qualifying for the World Cup 2022.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's a big sport in Tunisia. Like especially we see a lot of Tunisians now like cheering for the World Cup.
Yes, football or soccer is very accessible to kids since they start growing up. You can practice your soccer skills outside in front of your house or like a public garden or public stadium. So it was accessible. Hence, everybody had access to that and loved the atmosphere of encouraging their soccer team and everything. And like you said, when Tunisia got qualified for
The World Cup.
the World Cup, it lifted a lot of spirits because it's a sport that everybody loves. So it lifted a lot of Tunisian people's spirits. So.
It's amazing, amazing. And it's like it's running in the citizen blood. It's something that's making them proud, and they are presenting the country. So the whole country can be like, if there is a game, you could walk in the street and no cars are running because everybody watching, and it's the same feeling like in all the North African country or Arab country when they are watching the soccer. That's something that's just like hockey here in Canada. It's like when Canada is playing, it's a big thing. Yeah? And my friend Amal, you shared a lot with us, and you make us like now just like want to go and visit Tunisia after sharing all this amazing information about this beautiful country.
You should.
And since you arrived here 2018, and probably there is a newcomer that's arriving and coming, some of the advices that you would share or you would advise the newcomer that coming to Canada. Yeah, anything you want to share?
Absolutely. My advice to newcomers, especially for international students, is to not be shy and stick to their own circle and own community. I know there is so much comfort in communicating the same language and communicating with the same people that come from the same background. But my advice to them is to actually challenge themselves and go out, volunteer, as I said, build your network, create your own circle, meet new people, call them family, call them friends, create your own circle to build roots in this society, and eventually, like I feel about Moncton, I feel like it's home because I have friends from all over the world, and they are here for me and I'm there for them, good and bad, and we spend most of our time together because we don't have families here. Everybody is international student in a way, so we understand the path that we went through without families and alone, so we stick together, and whether it's Canadian friend, Moroccan friend, European friend.
One family.
One family, just because we challenged that comfort of my own community, and we got out and we built a home in Moncton.
Amazing. That's really some great advice you shared there. Just get out of your comfort zone. Go embrace the new experience, make a new friend.
It's not easy at all.
No, it's not easy.
Especially when you have the barrier of language. It's okay, go out. There are tons of resources to use to better your English, better your French. It's always beneficial if you know one of those languages, but it's beautiful if you know both. And there is also ways to ameliorate your English, resources, whether it's with for free or you can pay for classes, or just for a part-time job. Don't be afraid to just communicate and try to provide your message instead of being shy about it. Everybody's welcome in here. Nobody will discourage you from speaking up. No, it's so welcome in here that you will feel it once you get out of your circle and comfort zone.
Amazing, amazing. Really great message being shared here to the Amal. That's sometimes we tend to stick to our tribes, to stick to people we know better and we talk the same language, but we are not really advancing if we don't challenge ourselves, get out of our comfort zone, because that's how we will grow and that's how we will challenge ourselves and that's how we will really thrive. And speaking about thriving, we will just move to, as we know, this is the month of Ramadan, a holy month for all Muslims around the world. And Amal is going to share with us her experience and tell us a little bit, educate us about Ramadan. Can you tell us a little bit about Ramadan, Amal?
For sure. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Muslim calendar year, where people, it's also famous for fasting. People with good health and right age fast from sunrise to sunset. There are two major meals that people have during the day during Ramadan, which is, the first one is iftar at sunset, where people would eat whatever available and good for their health according to them. And the second meal is suhoor, which is either you want to do it, to have your suhoor at night, which I do, or suhoor at sunrise. Sorry.
Sunrise. So okay. So suhoor is a meal that usually fill you up, so you can last you the whole day.
To prepare for the whole day of fasting.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Iftar is the break-in of the fast.
Okay.
After a long day of fasting, well, here is 12 hours, 13 hours of fasting.
Okay.
Iftar comes and it's to break the fast.
The fast. Okay. So from what Amal sharing, suhoor is a meal that we have before we start fasting, and usually it start before the prayer of Fajr, which is I think around 5:20 something. So you have to stop before 5:20. So if you are eating something, you eat it before 5:20, and you're fasting all day. Make sure to eat something healthy, something that give you energy, something drink, a lot of water and stuff. And you break your fasting around 8 o'clock.
Yes, around 8 o'clock.
7:57. Yeah. So that's basically what Amal was sharing. Like there is two meals, suhoor and futur. Yes. And this is just like to share, because a lot of people now already ask what is Ramadan, but most people now what is Ramadan, but a lot of questions arise, like they want to know and they want to share it. So that's why we share this series, just to educate people about Ramadan. So why does Muslim around the world Amal do Ramadan, and what does it represent to them?
I can't speak for the all Muslims, but I think everybody has their own personal reasons why they do Ramadan, and they do the fasting of Ramadan. You can ask other people and they tell you, because it brings me to my family together. We sit together for iftar and we eat with our family members that we haven't seen for a while. For me, it's the health aspect of fasting that I see in fasting for a whole month. Also, it brings me to that spiritual side of focusing, instead of focusing on feeding my body, I need to feed my soul in a way. So fasting and not filling my body with all consumption, I find Ramadan is spiritual. That's why I do it, for the second reason. Third reason, it brings me memories from my childhood, just fasting with my family and having soiree after iftar, like sitting for tea together and just chatting, all of that. Doing Ramadan here brings me memory from my childhood too. So those are my reasons. But again, if you ask other people, maybe it will tell you just to feel close to God, close to community, fasting with millions of people, that makes me feel like I belong to
a sense of belonging.
A sense of belonging. So everybody has their own reason at surface, but inside it's personal, I believe. It's
personal. Okay, okay. So Amal shared with her, it's mostly like a spiritual, and it's not like it's not always about food, but it's always about cleansing our spirit, cleansing our soul. Because when honestly, God, like when you are fasting, you are not thinking about food, you are not thinking about materialism or anything. You think about focusing. Absolutely. And you become clear and cleansed, and you become like, can you reach a certain level that you are more relaxed, more focused, and that's one of the benefit of fasting.
Absolutely. And I feel it after Ramadan, the detoxification of my body and my brain from negative, whatever can happen in my brain and my body after eating all those harmful, I would say, not nutritionist food. I find that after 28 days of fasting, I feel cleansed. like a bit of cleanse and detoxify.
Connected and adjusted.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I keep doing it every year.
Yeah. The same thing. Honestly,
Absolutely.
just like when you are fasting, you feel that sense of belonging, as Amal shared, and you feel that you are part of a Muslim community, you're part of something that's spiritual. And now even a lot of Canadian and people that been curious about Ramadan, and they start trying it because they knew the benefit of it and how it is keep them like focused and keep them cleansing their body. And I know like every country is celebrated differently, and there is different tradition and stuff. Mostly Canadian celebrate Christmas differently, or
Yes.
Christmas being celebrated all over the world differently. So how do you celebrate Ramadan in Tunisia, and what type of food do you usually eat to break your fasting, Amal?
Tunisian cuisine is very famous at iftar for soup and a pastry called brick.
Brick, okay.
Which is a pastry that's stuffed with potato, parsley, eggs, tuna maybe, or chicken, or depending on, and harissa, the spicy sauce, if you would like. So in every country, or in every in every area of Tunisia, like south, north, it's different, but those two, like soup and brick, are major plates
That
on
used
the
all
table.
over.
On
Okay.
the table in the whole country. Again, from the north to the south is different. You might find different plates, but soup and brick are very like essential at every table of a Tunisian family.
Amazing. And a lot of sweet stuff too, like date and stuff like that.
Yes. Not as much as you guys for sweet for iftar. We take sweets at night. I would say with tea or coffee, just to spend soiree with family members or friends, or after prayer. That's when people would have a little bit of sweet. Yeah.
And there is any activity usually like for children or kids, like in this month of Ramadan, like in particular, like just something to celebrate and make the kids feel like this is Ramadan, like an activity that's been, I know in Morocco we do a lot of activity, like if a kids like fast or something, they have like a big party, or they give them like candy or something. That's just their first fasting or something. Yeah, stuff like that. I'm sure like there is some kind of celebration too that in Tunisia or something.
I'm sure there is. I'm not aware. I still remember growing up, kids would go to the mosque to see how the prayer is performed. If they fast, we would encourage them to fast half a day today and half a day tomorrow, and then you link them together. So basically, you've done the whole day. So just to encourage them with a little bit of gestures like that. For activities for kids, it was all about families. So bring in your cousins and their kids together to just sit together and have iftar together and respect tables, manners, and wait until the iftar starts. That's something that was encouraged, and just to make help the kids practice that.
Amazing. And also like for fasting, Amal, like a lot of people think about just your body fast from the food, but fasting is also like a way that you fast from a lot of bad habit that you used to do. Like for if somebody smoke or something like this, it helped them to quit smoking during the month of Ramadan. Like you are not supposed to lie, you're not supposed to do a lot of stuff. So Ramadan is a month that like all your body fast, like your eyes fast, your mouth fast from stealing or talking bad about somebody or something. So it's just something that I thought to add to as well. Like it's fasting of all your body and your soul and your spirit.
Absolutely, and it's a good time to, if you want to create a new habit, it's a good time to start, because habits can be created from 2 weeks to 21 days. So if you want to create a healthy habit, whether it's eating, whether it's reading, whether it's communicating, or whether it's a walk, simple walk for your body and soul, it's a good time to start creating that habit, because the month lasts 30 days, so you have plenty of time to create that solid habit.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Amal, about Ramadan, and take us like in a journey to Tunisia, from tourism, from all over that to Ramadan, and to the food and cuisine. And when usually Ramadan finish, that's when there is a big party or is the feast.
Yes, one of my favorite celebrations ever. So, yes, we did fasting of 30 days, which is impressive. And again, you meet with family members, you visit friends and family. You share the sweets, so everybody will have their own sweet made at home or bought at stores, and then you would share them. Kids would get like a small money because they fasted. They go. Congratulations for doing that. Yeah, that's what I remember used to. It's different from here because here we just meet with friends, whether at brunch or not at all because we're working. But back home it was all about that, family getting together, celebrating that they completed successfully a month of fasting.
Amazing, amazing. And I like when you shared too earlier, Amal, that's it's about family gathering and they get that bonding that's it's missing before Ramadan. It's like everybody like busy with their own life, like busy with their work and everything. But during the month of Ramadan, you notice everybody like coming together, everybody helping, and you see that sense of family coming together and having that bonding and connection together. Yeah. And that's something really.
Absolutely. This is how it was for me, like back growing up, and I try to bring it here when even I live alone, or I don't have family here, but I try to bring it here with me, whether it's iftar with friends or Eid with friends.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Amal, again. And I think we're coming to the last part of our episode, and just like would you tell a last word or last word to the audience that you can share with our audience, Amal?
First of all, I'd like to thank you, Ali, for having me today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming.
And I'd like to address maybe international student. As an international student, our story is different than newcomers as PR or permanent resident. Like I've been through the student life, I survived that. I succeeded. I built a home here, and now Moncton is home. So for everybody out there who's struggling to know whether this is the place for them or not, it is the place for them. Just a little bit of effort, get out of your comfort box, get out of your comfort zone, challenge yourself, build up yourself, invest in yourself. Eventually, this country and this society will welcome you with open arms, like it did with me.
Thank you very much. What a better way to finish this. This beautiful community will welcome everybody that they are willing to learn, that they are willing to embrace it as it embraced them. And our show come to an end. If you have any comment or any suggestion, just share it at our link below. And thank you very much. And see you next with different country, with different episode. Thank you. Thanks, Amal.
Thanks, Ali.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.